Winner upon race time for the opener here at Boro Park. That's the Madigan Borrowdale D Stakes over 1600 meters. Just 5 runners to go the mile trip. And starters received instructions now to start loading them up. So they're bringing Duchess of War in. Up next is Bruce's Spirit. Now the turn of Cavani. Cavani's loaded. New Galaxy. Taken hold of New Galaxy and My Secret Place to complete the lineup. My Secret Place is ready. 1600 meters the trip. Starter sends them home and they're off and running down the back straight. Cavani began very well. That's going to go up and lead the party. Takes up a length and a half lead. From back in second, My Secret Place on the outside. Dropping in behind that is New Galaxy that takes up position third on the rail. Drop back then to Bruce's Spirit, and towards the back of the field is a Duchess of War as they pass now the 1200 meter marker. It's Cavani then who leads, increases that leading gap by 2 more lengths and goes up to take up a healthy position out in front. In second position then is My Secret Place, drop further back then to Duchess of War, who's now races in third. Dropping behind that then is the black cap of New Galaxy, and towards the back of the field is Bruce's Spirit. 800 meters remain and no change in order. Up front is Cavani. In second position then looping round runners is Duchess of War. That's coming up quickly. Dropping in behind that then is My Secret Place. Towards the back of the field, Bruce's Spirit and New Galaxy putting on a show as they come up now to the 400 meter marker. It's now a line of horses across the track. Down the center, it's My Secret Place who's quickly picking it up. From back in second, Duchess of War. On the inside of runners is Bruce's Spirit. It's now My Secret Place out in front. My Secret Place going on strong from Bruce's Spirit. Down the center, Duchess of War. But My Secret Place has got this one in the bag with 100 meters to go. Stretches away. And My Secret Place will win the opener here at Boro Park. Second will go to Duchess of War. And third to Bruce's Spirit, ahead of Cavani in fourth, and New Galaxy fighting it out for that fourth and fifth finish. where we had the running of the opening encounter here at Boro Park. That's the Madigan Borrowdale D Stakes over 1600 meters, and horse number 3, My Secret Place, with Raymond Danielson for Amy Poham coming in to win. And unfortunately, we don't have pictures at the moment for the other places, but we'll give those to you as soon as we have them. So let's talk to the connections. Mike, well done to you. Nice way to start off the day. I thought this was the one on paper, and you went well and won that well.
Yeah, Raymond gave it a good ride. She's been working really well. I think she benefited from missing the last race meeting. Had a little bit of time off, have a few Easter eggs, and she came in really well. She's looking well, worked well. I was really pleased with her. She's a gutsy filly. I thought it might be a little bit short for her, but she was down in class, MR68. So very, very happy with that run.
Well done to you. Can you give us a few pointers on what else you've got in your yard?
I've got 2 that aren't running today. Emma of Normandy and the Work of Life. So I'm sorry, I wish that could have run. I've got in the next race I've got time, and he's always there and thereabouts, but he doesn't seem to get over the. But hopefully today we can break that duck. It's race 3. I've got Walking Through Time. She's a solid citizen. Ran really well last, so I'm hoping for good things from her. And then Nandine. Nandine's had 2 landed in the last.
Well done to you. I won't wish you luck because you say you don't.
Thanks very much.
Let's talk to the connections of the 3. Well done to you. It's a nice way to start off the afternoon, and she won really well today.
No, she won very nicely, thanks. Congratulations to Mike. The horse is in tip-top condition. The jockey, well done to Raymond, to the rest of the Brumby guys. I'm glad a lot of you are here. I'm hoping that this isn't the last time you see us today. We'll hopefully be standing back here just now. But well done to everybody, and long may it continue.
Well done to you guys.
Thank you very much.
Well done. Those are the winning connections of horse number 3, My Secret Place. Raymond Danielson, the jockey. They've come through to win the first, the Madigan Borrowdale D Stakes over 1600 meters. We move on to race 2, and that's over 12:35. It's the Rebecca's Fleet Borrowdale C Stakes 75, and that's over 1200 meters. See you then. Up next is race 2, which is the Rebecca's Fleet Borrowdale Sea Stakes, 75 over 1200 meters. Half time is 12:35. Runners and riders now coming out in parade. First out on parade is horse number 2, Calipos, with Nathan Klink for Bridge Stidolf. That's followed down by Forgotten Time, Raymond Danielson. 6 is Count Modena with Morgan Yamaguete. 5, When Evening Comes, Caden Bro. 3 is Star Aglow with Pilasande Mkoli. No sign yet of the 1 Power Ranger, but as the field for race 2, half time is 12:35. Runners and riders have arrived safely down at the 1200 meter mark for the second race on today's program. That's the Rebecca's Fleet Borrowdale Sea Stake 75. And now coming up, preparation for loading. Taking a hold of Count Modena. Runners set for a start. 1200 meters to race and away and racing. They all got off on an even keel, and they'll get a good start heading towards the 1000 meter marker. Reading them from the inside, Forgotten Time got a good break and will go up and lead the runners from them back in second position. Then that's the blue cap of Star Aglow. Further back then to When Evening Comes, who's down the center. Racing in behind that is Count Modena. And towards the inside of the track is Calipas. As they now pass the junction of the two courses, that means they've got 600 meters to go. Calipas is working well down on the inside of the track, and in behind that then is When Evening Comes. Count Modena races in behind that. Then comes on the outside of the track, Power Ranger in front of Star Aglow. So they pass now the 300 meter marker, and it's a line of horses across the track. On the inside of runners, putting up work well is Power Ranger, who's racing alongside When Evening Comes. Power Ranger though extending well on the outside of the track, and Power Ranger is going on by, and Power Ranger will sweep in the second here at Boro Park. Power Ranger wins. Star Aglow will get a close second. From back in third position then was Count Modena. Number one on the cards, look the one to beat. Power Ranger, Daryl Daniels for Deborah Swenson, and has been prolific down the straight. And on that 6-year-old Silvano Gelding's return down to the 1200 meter mark, it looked a sure thing, and it's gone on to produce a good outing here, taking up the win in race 2. Power Ranger wins. Daryl Daniels for Deborah Swenson, and that will be Debbie's first winner of the afternoon with the 1 Power Ranger.
Well, there you have the running of race 2. That's the Rebecca's Fleet Borrowdale Sea Stakes 75 over 1200 meters. And let's talk to the winning connections. Well done to you, Mike. Nice one to get 1 and 2 in the first 2 races, and your horse really won well again today.
Yeah, I'm very chuffed with Forgotten Time. He's given me a plethora of second and thirds, and so it was really nice to see him get over the line first. Last time he won was with Paul Matchett, but he's a real go. And in the wet, I think that suited him a little bit. I know it's not hectically wet, but Raymond again rode a really good race. And then I was very happy with Count Madonna for the Brumby Syndicate, running in third on his first back, and he was in quite good company. So, and thanks to Spencer and Paul and Grant for they own the horse. Spencer said, "I'll be back," like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Here he is to give his little thoughts.
Well done to you. Well done to you. Spent a nice quick double in the first 2 races, and Forgotten Time winning well again today.
No, thanks. I said to you earlier in the earlier interview, I thought I'd be back. I didn't quite think it would be this quick, but that horse won really well. Well done to Mike. He's amazing. He looks after his horses well. And to my fellow owners, Paul and Grant, well done. So yeah, listen, I might be back later. Let's hope, and let's see.
Well done.
Thank you.
The winning connections there for Forgotten Time. Second went to horse number 3, and that's Star Aglow. And third went to horse number 6, Count Modena, and fourth to the 5 when evening comes.
Right, patrons, please note in race number 3, horse number 1, Y Madeira. Daryl Daniels not on course, so to be replaced by Pilasande Msole. So Pilasande to pick up the ride on horse number 1, Y Madeira for Deborah Swanson. Obviously, there's a scratching in horse number 5, Zazu, so that freed him up. And just going back to race 2, just going through the all-clear result for race 2. Horse number 1, Power Ranger, was a scratching, so your result should read first number 4, Forgotten Time. Second place went to number 3, Star Aglow. Third to number 6, Count Moderna. And fourth to number 5, When Evening Comes. It's all clear to pay on numbers 4, 3, 6 and 5. 4, 3, 6 and 5, all clear. There was a scratching. Horse number 1, Power Ranger, was an early scratching, so you're entitled to a full refund. Race 3 on today's program, the Earl of Surrey allowance plate to be run over 1700 meters. Once again, the one scratching, horse number 5, Zazu, and Pilasande Msoli to ride number 1, Y Madeira. Number 2 is Aerial Display, the Mount of Caden Brewer. Number 3, Coffee Berry, to be ridden by Nathan Klink. And number 4, Walking Through Time, to be ridden by Raymond Danielson. Raymond looking for a hat-trick of wins this afternoon, having ridden the first 2 here at Borrowdale Park for Amy Parham. So the runners and riders have made their way into the parade ring. Off time for race 3 is 10 past 1. So approximately 12 minutes to go to the off of the Earl of Surrey allowance plate. Today's feature event will be race 6, the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000, a grade 3 event to be run over 2,000 meters. Once again, the one scratching, horse number 3, Pair of Aces. That leaves us with just the 3 runners. And red hot favorite in the form of horse number 1, Buster Barnes, trying to pull off the second leg of the Triple Crown. So we'll just wait for these horses to make their way out onto the main course. At the moment, it's pretty hot and sticky. No wind about. The clouds are building a bit, but hopefully we'll get through the meeting before the heavens open. A 7-race program today here at Borrowdale Park. The last race going off at 3:30. So the runners for race number 3 are about to leave the parading. Please note that Jockey Danielson to wear a white cap on board horse number 4 Walking Through Time. Racing in the same colours as horse number 1 Y Madeira. So white cap on board horse number 4 Walking Through Time. So the first horse to come out on parade is horse number 1 Y Madeira, the red hot favourite at 6 to 10, coming off a 479-day layoff. A winner of 4 of his 5 starts today, just lost one race. That was to Ideal View, who went on to win the Castle Tankard in 2023, and is obviously a very big runner this year for the major races here at Boro Park. So Y Madeira off a long layoff, but without a shadow of a doubt the class horse in the race. Horse number 2 is Aerial Display and Caden Barua. Number 4 is Walking Through Time and Raymond Danielson, and number 3 Coffeeberry and Nathan Klink. So the runners on their way down to the start. Off time for race number 3 is 1:10. So the 4 remaining runners have arrived down at the 1,700 meter mark for the running of the Earl of Surrey allowance plate, which sees the return of horse number 1, Y Madeira, and as I said earlier on, he was destined for some really big things as a 3-year-old, and unfortunately he was sidelined due to an injury, but he's back at the races, and Connections will be watching him with an eager eye, keeping an eye on him for the running of race number 3. They're represented also by horse number 4, Walking Through Time, so held a very strong hand in the race. That's Spencer Murray, Paul Rugg and Grant Littleford. Number 3, Aerial Displays, obviously got fitness on his side, so he'll come up as a formidable force. And then Coffee Berry, just not back to her best, but hopefully the showers that we got over the last couple of days will get it to pick up the bit once again. So down at the 1700 meter mark, they're working on Walking Through Time. Walking Through Time to go in together with Coffee Berry. Those two standing quietly. Handlers working on Y Madeira with the pink cap. Aerial Display to complete the lineup. Just to close the back gate on Aerial Display. All the handlers working on Aerial Display. He goes in. All set, and away they go. They came away as one. Aerial Display with his long big action picks up the running with Caden Brewer on board, goes out to lead. Y Madeira back in second. Third place belongs to Walking Through Time, and Coffee Berry's just been dropped in at the back of the field, taking a little bit of a hold, but Jockey Klink's trying to get her to switch off. So it's Aerial Display at a nice relaxed gallop, leads by a length. Back in second, Y Madeira. Third place belongs to Coffee Berry. On his outside there, we've got Walking Through Time. So Aerial Display sees no dangers at the moment. He's going to try and make it start to finish. This big son of Path Falcon is now opened up by 4. Back in second, we've got Y Madeira. Sunday very happy with him. He's going along nicely, and on his outside we've got Walking Through Time, and Coffee Berry's just been pocketed in at the back of the field, but only 6 lengths off them. So Aerial Display, can Caden Brewer get a breather in? He's opened it up now by 5. Back in second we've got Y Madeira. Walking Through Time's keeping a close eye on Y Madeira, and Coffee Berry's going to have to pass all her rivals. They swing right-handed here at Borrowdale Park with 600 to go, and Aerial Display keeps rolling along. Back in second, we've got Y Madeira together with Walking Through Time. On the inside there, we've got Coffee Berry. It's Aerial Display, but Walking Through Time starts to narrow the gap. Coffee Berry's on the rail. It's Aerial Display from back in second. Walking Through Time. Coffee Berry's trying to find a finish, but Caden Brewer goes for the judge now. On board Aerial Display. Walking Through Time. Coffee Berry. Y Madeira's out the back door. Aerial Display's going to win this one. Couldn't win at the weights, but has come home smartly. Second will go to Walking Through Time. Third will go to Coffee Berry. And Y Madeira came in last, but hopefully the Connections will be happy that he comes out of this race well and on to future events. So it's Aerial Display, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. We'll run out a ready winner here at Borrowdale Park. Like I say, not the best weighted in the race, but unfortunately, like I say, for handicap studiers, they don't run on paper, so you've got to take the fitness of the horse into question, and he was super fit, was Aerial Display. Well done to Caden Brewer. He took the race by the scruff of the neck, and the Royal Flush Syndicate will have another winner here at Borrowdale Park. Second and third will be fought out between Coffee Berry and on the outside Walking Through Time, and fourth place will go to Y Madeira. So the numbers you're going to need here for race number 3 is first, number 2, Aerial Display. We'll just wait on the photo finish for second and third. That'll be fought out between Coffee Berry on the inside and Walking Through Time. And fourth place will go to horse number 1, Y Madeira. But no doubting the winner. A strong, determined front run by horse number 2, Aerial Display. Thomas Mason, Anna Mason on course today, so it's great to have Tom's mum here. I'm sure he'll be a very proud trainer here at Borrowdale Park. And returning back to the winner's enclosure for the running of the Earl of Surrey Allowance Plate, that's horse number 2, Aerial Display, the Mount of Caden Brewer for the Royal Flush Syndicate nominee, Gary de Jong. Caden Brewer on board, finishing off from where he finished off yesterday, winning a race here at Boro Park. Second place, like I said, tight finish between Walking Through Time and Coffee Berry. Maybe just Walking Through Time ahead of Coffee Berry, but we're going to have to wait on the judges. And fourth will go to Madeira, but no doubting the winner of race number 3, horse number 2, Aerial Display.
That was the running of race 3, the Earl of Surrey Allowance Plate, over 1700 meters, won by horse number 2, Aerial Display, Caden Brewer for Thomas Mason. Let's talk to Tom. First of the afternoon, nice way to get off the mark and display.
Yes, very chuffed with him. We've started getting him to where I want to be. Like I said, it's baby steps, and it's fantastic for this Royal Flush Syndicate, new people, new syndicate in town. Gary de Jong, who's unfortunately is fishing in Kariba, so won't be here. But great initiative from him. And I bought this horse. It took me a while to get him. I tried about a year ago to get him. Couldn't get him, and then I went back again. Got these guys together. Said, let's go and buy this horse. We're going to have to pay a little bit of money, but we can get him. He's a nice horse. He's still immature in his thinking, his mentality, but he's a big galloping sort. Great ride from Caden Brewer. Well done to Sterling Miller, who had the horse off him, and the Miller family. He's always been a nice horse. He's won 2 in a row. He's only one step at a time. So let's see how we go from here, but a good win, and well done to all the Royal Flush Syndicate members.
Well done to you. Can you take us through the runners for the remainder of the yard?
I've got Jubilee. He's very well. He's handicapped to win the race. It's a tough race. I think Borrowdale's a nice horse, but on the weight turnaround, I hopefully should have Borrowdale beat the Jubilee, and Battle Seattle in the same race will need the run. And then in the Sim 2000, we're taking on Buster Barnes with Trust Me. I've got the distance in my favour. I think 2,000 metres will suit me. Whether I've got the class to beat Buster Barnes, time will tell. But I think my next best is Jubilee.
All the best.
Thank you.
That's actually Bruce. Next up, well done to you, and good win from Aero Display as well.
Yeah, I thought Caden rode a beaut. We were a bit panicky at couple of the horses came up to Aerial, and but as Tom said, it kicks on. It's got a big heart. Well done to Gary and crew for putting this syndicate together, and does a great job as our trainer, having a lot of fun with the syndicate, and I think we're going to have a bit of humour with this horse going forward.
Well done to you. All the best with it.
Much.
The winning connections of the 2 Aerial Display there. Caden Brewer, Thomas Mason. Second win to horse number 4. And that's Walking Through Time. Third to the 3, Cafeberry, and 1, and fourth to the 1, Madeira. Next up is the Glen Monarch Middle Stakes, 82 over 1800 meters, off time 13:45.
not here yet. So horse number 1, Jackie Sparrow, now to be ridden by Morgan Nyamagwete. First runner to come out on parade with the lead pony is horse number 2, Obscure, the mount of Nathan Klink. Riding order so far this afternoon going to Raymond Danielson with 2 winners and Caden Brewer with 1. But we do have a 7-race program, so still another 4 opportunities to ride a winner here today, this afternoon. So Nathan Klink on his way down to the start with horse number 2, Obscure. The balance of the field in the parade ring, they should be coming out shortly as the jockeys get on board their respective mounts. Race 4 is the Glen Monarch Middle Stakes 82 F&M race to be run over 1800 off time 1:45. So we got approximately 7 minutes to the off of race number 4. Next to come out on parade is horse number 3, Nandine, the mount of Raymond Danielson. Quite a warm day here and a sticky day. Nandine quite ball of sweat at the moment, but hopefully Raymond will keep her nice and relaxed. So she's on her way down to the start, followed out by number 4, Ian's Ferrari, the mount of Caden Brewer. Number 5 is Tiger's Eagle and Pilisande Msoli. And number 1, Jackie Sparrow, and replacement jockey Morgan Nyamagwete. So those are your 5 runners on their way down to the 1,800 meter mark. I'm not too sure if Tonto will be doing a preview of the race. What looks a very competitive fillies and mares.
Race 4 on the program is the Glen Monarch Middle Stakes, 82 fillies and mares over 1800 meters. The 5 runners to go to post. Half time is 13:45. Number 1 is Jackie Sparrow, and this 4-year-old Jackson filly has been knocking on the door for the last 3 or so races, and I think she's showing promise to come good. And I think from that sort of consistency, she should finish somewhere in the money again this time round. 2 is Obscure, and this 6-year-old Black Minnow-Lush filly. Won last time out, and over 1800 meters. It goes the same distance again this afternoon, and if drawing from the last few run, should be within the first 2, I think. Number 3 is Nandine, and we spoke to Mike Mullet earlier on, and he thought she should be somewhere in the mix this afternoon. I think she will have place chances on recent results. Finished 4th 2 times in a row, and this afternoon she goes 18, goes a bit further than she's gone in the past few attempts, and I think the 3 Nandine could be in the minor money. The best bet on the program in race 4 for me is the 4 Ian's Ferrari, Caden Brewer. We ride for Bridget Steiloff, and I think on the past 2 outings, when this 5-year-old mare won twice in a row, I think following on from that, she should be the one to beat again this afternoon. I think she will be hard to beat, and I think the 4 Ian's Ferrari will be the winner. 5 is Tiger's Eagle, hasn't been in cracking form. Finished 5th last time out, and over 1700 meters, beaten 17.5 lengths by Regulate, and on that outing we'll have much more to do this afternoon. So my selections, I'm going for the 4 Ian's Ferrari, to beat the 2 Obscure from the 1 Jackie Sparrow and the 3 Nandine.
So the runners for race 4 have arrived on at the 1,800 meter mark, a field of 5 fillies and mares to go round, and what looks a very competitive lineup. I think Nandine, obviously the horse to keep an eye on, has got a bit warm going to the start, but I think that's pretty much her nature, and Raymond Danielson looking for his 3rd winner this afternoon. Obscure goes forward in the pink silks, followed in by stable companion, that's Ian's Ferrari in the red and yellow. Handler's now working on Nandine. Nandine to go forward. Jackie Sparrow now to be ridden by Morgan Yamaguete, and Tigers Eagle to complete the lineup. Tigers Eagle, the mount of Pilisande Oli. Just to close the back gate, all set, and away they go. Ian's Ferrari unfortunately just had a head up at the start, and she normally makes the pace, but today she's out the back, some 5 lengths off them. So it's Tigers Eagle who picks up the running from back in second, Obscure. Jackie Sparrow's taken a bit of a grip on the bit there, and then there we find Nandine. The saddle might have just gone forward slightly there on Nandine, and at the back of the field, that's Ian's Ferrari. They're not going a frenetic pace, and Tigers Eagle likes to lead, leads by length. Back in second is Obscure. We drop a neck back to, on the far side, Jackie Sparrow, 2 lengths back to Nandine, and at the back of the field, Ian's Ferrari will come from the tail end over this 1800 meter trip. So Tigers Eagle, she's trying to make every post a winning one. She likes to front run, and she leads by length from back in second, stable companion Jackie Sparrow. Obscure's tucked away on the paint in third. Then we find Nandine, and and now Ian's Ferrari is only 5 lengths off them. They go past the 700-meter mark here at Borrowdale Park in the 4th race, and out in front is still Tiger's Eagle, leads by a length from back in second, Jackie Sparrow. A half a length back to Obscure. Towards the back of the field is Nandine, and last of all on the fence is Ian's Ferrari. They swing right-handed with 600 to go, and no change in the order. Tiger's Eagle still leads by 2. Back in second is Jackie Sparrow. On the inside, trying to make a forward move, is Obscure together with Ian's Ferrari. And down the middle of the course is Nandine. It's still Tiger's Eagle. Can she run out the 1800? Nandine looks her main danger together with Jackie Sparrow. Back on the inside, Ian's Ferrari. Tiger's Eagle, but Nandine's now starting to get to grips with her. Tiger's Eagle from Nandine. Tiger's Eagle. Nandine back in second. Pillar Sunday's trying to find a bit more on Tiger's Eagle. And Pillar Sunday will ride his first winner here at Borrowdale Park. Well done to the young man. Tiger's Eagle for Craig Dankwitz and Deborah Swanson. Second will go to Nandine, and third will go to Jackie Sparrow. Well, it's great to have Craig in the commentary box here with some of his guests, and they wanted to shout home Tiger's Eagle, but I thought they most probably didn't want to get in the way of the commentator. But it's great to have Craig here, and hopefully his guests enjoyed that race. Tiger's Eagle showed lots of guts over the final 100 meters, and she'll hold off Nandine, who looked like she might get the better of her going through the 100-meter mark. But Pilasande Mtholi, right, his first winner here at Borrowdale Park. He's a fine young man, and he's done exceptionally well in South Africa, just recently come out of his time, and well done to the young man. It'll be the first of many winners here at Borrowdale Park should he continue to come up. Danielson, unfortunate, just ran second there. He tried all he could do with Nandine. He covered her up. He produced at the right time. But I think the big striding daughter of Flying the Flag just outstayed Nandine that last 100 meters. So from the commentary box, a nice race there, and a good solid display of running there by horse number 5, Tiger's Eagle. And like I say, it's the first for Pilasande here at Borrowdale Park, and a warm welcome to Borrowdale Park for this young man. He's riding really, really well. He rides a lot for Paul Matchett in South Africa, but he also gets around, and he's picked up a sponsorship, so the young man knows exactly what it is to get into the winner's enclosure. And from the commentary box, that's the first one that I'll be calling of many for young Pilasande as he comes back into the winner's enclosure. I'm sure he'll give us a salute. That big man there, out of his time here at Borrowdale Park, and a nice first visit to Zimbabwe.
Get the running off race for the Glenmont Middle Stakes, so 1800 meters, fillies and mares. And Deborah, nice way for you to get back into the winner's enclosure today, and well done for your winner.
Thank you. It's been a competitive day today. It's been very trying for our yard. So well done to Tiger's Eagle. Very pleased with her. Congratulations to Craig Dankwitz, who owns her. He's great supporter of Zim racing, and such a pleasure to watch her win, because she's going to be going off the stud fairly soon, so it was nice to get another win in the bag with her. On paper, she had absolutely no right. She came in terribly at the weights, but she pulled it off, and well done to Phyllis Sunday, who had a beautiful race. She's always been very effective from the front. She loves it like that, so yeah, she's won from the front and from behind, so she's just a game little filly. I think the cut out of the ground helped her today. She didn't like it rock hard. Fortunately, have some rain, so yeah, very, very pleased with her. Thank you.
Well done to you. We're halfway through the meeting. Can you give us the tips for your remainder of the afternoon?
Again, Borrowdale, hostage to the program. He's very confident horse at the moment. He looks super, but he's got quite a lot of weight to make up on his rivals here. Tradition and Jubilee particularly are much better off at the weight. So again, on paper, he should have no right, but he'll give them a run for their money. He's very well. I don't expect him to win, but he's a happy horse, and he'll still run a very good race. Obviously, we've got Buster Barnes and Follow the Band there. Well, that's going to be a weird little race. It's 3-horse race, so anything can go wrong. The smaller the field, the bigger the upset. But both horses prep into this race have been good, so I'm happy with both of them. And then again in the last race, my horses will be trying, but I think Holy Land will be very hard to beat. And if he doesn't, I think Brianna will back him up. So yeah, we're trying though. My horses all well. Bugs will love a bit of give up the ground. Jet Mirage is very game, but they've got their work cut out.
Well done to you. Good luck.
Thank you.
So winning trainer there for Tiger's Eagle. That was number 5. Second went to horse number 3. That's Nandine. And the third to the 1, Jackie Sparrow. Fourth to the 2, Obscure. Next up is race 5. That's the match winner Pinnacle Plate. Over 1200 meters. 14:20 of time.
We now have the all-clear result for race 4, the Glenmonarch Middle Stakes fillies and mares. First place went to horse number 5, Tiger's Eagle. Second to number 3, Nandine. Third to number 1, Jackie Sparrow. And fourth to horse number 2, Obscure. It's all clear to pay on numbers 5, 3, 1 and 2. Race 5 on today's program is the match winner, Pinnacle Plate 95, to be run over 1200 meters. Off time is 20 past 2. And I'm pleased to announce that Daryl Daniels has made it to the racecourse here at Zimbabwe. So great to have Daryl with us for the balance of the meeting. He will be fulfilling his engagements for the rest of the meeting. Horse number 1, Jubilee, the mount of Caden Brewer. Number 2, Tradition, to be ridden by Nathan Klink. Number 3, Vara Glow, Daryl Daniels on board. And number 4, Battle of Seattle with Morgan Yamagwete. We have the betting supplied by Peter Barr. The favourite is horse number 3, Vara Glow, at 9 to 10. Second favourite is Jubilee at 15 to 10. They're betting 7 to 2, Tradition. And the outside of the party, horse number 4, Battle of Seattle, at 6 to 1. So the runners and riders are in the parade ring. Off time, like I said, 20 past 2. We've got approximately 11 minutes to go to the off of race number 5. A slight drizzle on course, but nothing too serious at the moment. Just a couple of drops coming down as the wind starts to pick up. So the temperature's dropping considerably now for the last 3 races. Race 6 going off at 5 to 3, and then the final event going off at 3:30. That's the Independence Trophy. So 2 feature races on today's program, the Zimbabwe 2000 and the Independence Trophy. So the jockeys about to get on board their respective mounts in the 5th race, and small field, but I think it looks pretty much a match race between Jubilee and Vara Glow. Jubilee much better off in the weights this time round. He gave Vara Glow 6.5 kilos. He's only got to give him 3, so 3.5 kilos better off for half a length, and that puts Caden Brewer's Charge at the top of the selection board for me. Horse number 1, Jubilee, without a shadow of a doubt, the horse to beat. But Vara Glow's return to racing has been nothing short of spectacular. Has Daryl back on board. A nice confident ride last time out, and he'll be trying to get a bit more out of this horse. 7-year-old son of VAR, and then Tradition will be hoping to pick them off late, and Battle of Seattle just up a bit in class with these runners. But the runners are on their way down the chute. They'll be on the main course, and Jubilee looks a formidable runner here. Only the 4 horses, but like I say, pretty competitive. Horse number 1, Jubilee, the mount of Caden Brewer. He's got to know this horse really well in his last couple of runs. Followed down by number 3, Vara Glow and Daryl Daniels. Number 2, Tradition and Nathan Klink. And number 4, Battle of Seattle and Morgan Yamagwete. Those are your 4 runners on their way down to the 1,200 meter mark. So the 4 runners for race 5, the match winner Pinnacle Plate, have arrived down at the 1,200 meter mark. The starting stall team is shutting the front gates, and these horses will be coming back shortly for the running of race 5. And then we're on to our 2 feature events, the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000 Grade 3 and the Independence Trophy. To wrap up racing here at Boro Park, our next meeting is scheduled to be the 21st of April, and then on to the Castle Tankard, the first of our feature Big 3, and excitement brewing now as we saw the OK Grand Challenge launch earlier on this week, and yeah, the Big 3 races just around the corner, and the trainers will be hoping to get these horses on the race course. Obviously 7 races today. Hopefully they'll be able to maintain 7 races for the next meeting, and then on to the first of the Big 3, the Castle Tankard, and hopefully we'll get lots of runners on course for those feature race days. Obviously that's relative to the horses in training, but with no racing they won't get fit, and we won't have the most number of horses available for the feature race day. So racing scheduled for 2 weeks time on the 21st, which will be Sunday the 21st. So down at the 1200 meter mark, the 4 horses just ringing round the back of the starting stall machine. They'll be coming forward shortly, all the jockeys on board, in what looks like to be a renewal between Jubilee and Borrowdale. Borrowdale, winner of his last 4 starts, and looking to make it 5 out of 5 for the Zim Fun Racing Club. Interesting little horse he is, and been given time off a long break and come back superbly well for trainer Deborah Swanson. So trying to keep his unbeaten record, horse number 3, Borrowdale. But like I said, Jubilee on paper has his number. 3.5 kilo swing for half a length is a considerable weight concession. So they're about to come forward, just the 4 runners, so the load shouldn't take too long. Most of these horses have been around the block here a couple of times. The youngest horse in the race, Battle of Seattle, he'll come forward. So Jubilee, the first ride of Daryl Daniels this afternoon, comes forward in the yellow smiley silks of the Zim Fun Racing Syndicate. Will be seen in action on board Buster Barnes in the feature event. Alongside him we've got the blue blinkered Battle of Seattle. Will he be a double for Craig Dankwitz? Bridget Steidolf, represented by Tradition. She's had an exceptionally quiet day. And Jubilee to complete the lineup. Tom Mason looking for his second winner this afternoon. Handlers out the way, white flag raised, and away they go. They broke as one with Borrowdale on the inside coming up to join on the stand side running rail. Jubilee in between runners. We've got Battle of Seattle, and Tradition will be taken back a stride or 2. So it's Borrowdale on the inside who's got a slender lead over back in second, Battle of Seattle. Jubilee sticking to his station on the stand side rail, and Tradition, all 4 horses running in a straight line. So Borrowdale now comes up to join Jubilee, and in between runners we've got Tradition. We drop a length back to Battle of Seattle. It's the big striding son of Borrowdale leads by half a length. Jubilee's not being covered up today. Caden Brewer's given him open air as he comes up to join Daryl Daniels. Back on the inside we've got Tradition together with Battle of Seattle. It's the battle that we thought between the top 2 at the betting boards, and it's Borrowdale from back in second, Jubilee. It's a giant against the little guy. Borrowdale much bigger than Jubilee, and he starts to open up the engines, does Borrowdale. Back in second is Tradition. Borrowdale, Tradition looks like his only danger. Borrowdale, Tradition's coming quickly, but Daryl Daniels, he's arrived in time. He has a look over his shoulder, and that's one for Daryl this afternoon on board Borrowdale, the son of Var. And the Zim Fun Racing Syndicate will be jumping up and down as he remains unbeaten. Second will go to Tradition. I think Jubilee might have just held on for third, but we were locked on the first 2 here at Boro Park with Borrowdale holding out to beat back in second Tradition. Try what he could, but the big son of Var keeps his record intact for Deborah Swanson now. Jubilee will just get out of third place ahead of Back and Forth, Stable Companion, Battle of Seattle. And well done to Daryl. I know he's had a troubled passage getting here to the racecourse, but he's delivered on time, on board for Borrowdale. So just looking at the run-on, the unofficial result 3-2-1-4. 3-2-1-4 as the horses went past the finishing post, and a superb effort once again by Borrowdale. He's 7 years young and he doesn't know it. A winner of his last 5 races now. I think he's had 4 for Deborah Swanson. He was previously trained by Gokhan Terzi or Nolene Peach, I'm not too sure. I think it was Gokhan Terzi, and Deborah Swanson's got him back on the racecourse after a long absence, some 16 months off the racecourse, and what a job she's done with him. A really, really sweet horse. He's a giant of a horse, but he's the kindest horse on the racecourse here at Boro Park. And Daryl Daniels, he just needs to ride them once and he knows what he's got under the saddle. Well done to Daryl. Like I say, he's had a terrible trip up to Zimbabwe, but he's finally got here, and Borrowdale's rewarded him in race number 5. So the runners returning back to the winners enclosure here at Borrowdale Park. And I'm sure the parade ring will be filled with the Zimfun Racing Club Syndicate members. Nominee John Smith on course. John will be interested in the next race. He has Buster Barnes as well with the Centaur Syndicate, and Craig Dankwood's the nominee there. So looking for a big day's racing once again here at Borrowdale Park. That's the Zimfun Racing Syndicate and the Centaur Syndicate. So returning back to the winners enclosure, we got the thumbs up there from Daryl Daniels. Really well done to Daryl. A super cool ride on this big son of Va, and there they come in their numbers. Filling the parade ring is the Zimfun Syndicate members, and what an excited bunch of people we have here on course.
Race 5 is 100 meters, won by 3 for Daryl Daniels for Deborah Swanson. Debbie, well done for your and confirmed with an exciting finish there.
If you thought it was the right one on paper, you need to come to me to read lessons how to read form. But, yeah, what a lovely win. He did it really nicely. As I said, at the weights, he had no right to, but he's just building in confidence. And I think he really loves running the syndicate. They just, everybody makes such a fuss of him. He just knows that he's an absolute hero in their eyes, and he well done to Zimfun, well done to John Smith and Bev, who keep the really, really good syndicate for Zim going. Well done to Daryl, he rode him beautifully. And yeah, well done to Vanessa Harrison, who bred this horse. You know, when you've got a class pedigree to work with, and this horse just makes me look good. He's the easiest horse to ride. He's just, yeah, well done to him.
Well done to you. Well done to you guys as well. And, a nice one, and he's been performing excellently.
Fantastic. I mean, more than we ever thought that would ever happen. I mean, how can a horse come off of a polo field, be brought to this country to run, and he's just had 4 firsts in a row. And for Zimfun, it's just amazing, because Zimfun is an idea from John Smith that started about 3.5, 4 years ago, of being able to buy into into race horses. You buy a share, and for $100, and you can become, look at all these people, you can become involved in racing. And we've been made so proud, and we've been so lucky, because we've had some amazing horses over the last few years, and Borrowdale is proving to be the best.
Well done to you guys.
Thank you.
Brilliant. These are the connections of the 3 Borrowdale. Second win to horse number 2 Tradition, third to the 1 Jubilee, and fourth to horse number 4 Battle of Seattle. Next up is the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000, over 2,000 meters, of time 14:55.
We now have the all clear result for the running of race number 5, the match winner Pinnacle Plate. And first place went to horse number 3, Borrowdale, second to number 2, Tradition, third to number 1, Jubilee, and fourth to number 4, Battle of Seattle. All clear to play on numbers 3, 2, 1 and 4. Race 6 on today's program is the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000 Grade 3 event, the second leg of the Triple Crown, and as we saw earlier on, some fantastic horses named in the headers of the races, no less, over the couple of years of racing here in Zimbabwe, and one has to reflect on Rebecca's Fleet, a fantastic daughter of Catalfa, a chestnut with a big white face. And isn't it great to have Heinrich van Pesselt on course here with us this afternoon at Boro Park. We haven't seen Heinrich at the races for some time, and it's great to have Heinrich on course with us, and he's in the parade ring with the Centaur Syndicate. Lots of faces coming back to racing, and old faces and new faces, and that's just fantastic. So a big welcome to Heinrich on course here today at Boro Park. The favourite for the Zimbabwe 2000, number 1, Buster Barnes, trying to make it 5 out of 7 for the Centaur Syndicate. Nominee Craig Dankwards. Great to have the Centaur members here. Jackie Coxidge together with Duncan, Mark Pozzo. Obviously Craig's on course as well, and obviously missed 1 or 2, but they're here to support their 3-year-old gelding by Rupt out of Sevilla. And one would anticipate this to go off at a very, very short price. Daryl Daniels went on him last time out when winning the Zimbabwe Guineas, trying to make it the second leg of the Triple Crown. Stable companion is horse number 2, Follow the Band, racing for Duncan and Jackie Coxidge. He's the son of Vercingetorix. He's got his stable companion to beat. He doesn't help his chances by coming out slowly. He was extremely slow out of the gates in the Guineas. He'll be looking for a much cleaner start. Pilisande on board. Also great to have Pilisande up here in Zimbabwe. And then completing the lineup, horse number 4, Trust Me, for Craig Dankwards and Tom Mason, Caden Brewer. Second to Buster Barnes, that was over 1600. He's got another 400 meters here. And like we saw yesterday in South Africa in the 2 feature races for the 3-year-olds, the Oaks and the Derby, you have to stay. One thing that's for certain, and smaller the field, sometimes the bigger the upset. So Buster Barnes, can he do it all on his own? He will have dangers in the form of Follow the Band, and most likely, Trust Me, his biggest danger. But he's got ice cool Daryl Daniels on board as they make their way out of the parade ring, down the chute and onto the main course. And it's horse number 1, Buster Barnes, in the colours of the Centaur Syndicate. Daryl Daniels up to ride him this afternoon. Like I say, just got you in the previous race. And a polished ride on board Vara Glow. And Daryl will be trying to make it 2 out of 2 this afternoon. The son of Erupt, he should have no problems getting the trip. A nice individual is Buster Barnes. Stable companion number 2, Follow the Band, and Pilisande Msoli. Next, find out by number 4, Trust Me, and Caden Brewer. So those are your 3 runners for the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000 Grade 3 event as Buster Barnes makes his way down to the start. Off time for race 6 is 5 to 3, so approximately 5 minutes to go to the off of race number 6. Number 4, Trust Me, the son of Mambo in Seattle, Caden Brewer on board. And completing the lineup will be number 2, Follow the Band. So those are your 3 runners on their way down to the 2,000 meter mark. Just a quick call to Ranga. Ranga, if you can please just close the gate. If you can close the gate down by the clock, Ranga. The gate is open, slightly open there by the hedge there. If you could please just close the gate so that nobody runs on the course. Please, Ranga, thank you. So the three runners for the Zimbabwe 2000 Grade 3 event have arrived down at the start. That's exactly where the jump off will be for the 2024 Castle Tankard in 2 meetings time. Hopefully we can get a nice group of horses together for our feature events here at Boro Park. We really owe it to our sponsors to get a bigger field as possible, and hopefully that'll be the case on the big race days coming forward from May through to June through to July. So down at the 2,000 meter mark, just the three-year-olds to go around, and an extremely warm favorite, Buster Barnes, now trading at 1-6. So bookmakers think this is an absolute formality for Buster Barnes, and I'm pretty sure if you look at the form in the race card, there doesn't seem to be any reason why he won't be able to pull this off. So Buster Barnes, a very, very short price favorite. He goes forward. alongside him is Trust Me. Follow the band to complete the lineup. Will he get away on terms? Handler out the way, all set. And away they go, and Follow the Band broke smartly today, so that was fantastic for the connections of Follow the Band. Like I say, he must have got left 7 to 8 lengths last time out. So Trust Me picks up the running from back in second, Follow the Band, and Buster Barnes, Daryl Daniels, has got him perfectly placed in the slipstream. Nice and relaxed off his front runners. They go past the 1600 meter mark here in the Zimbabwe 2000 Grade 3 event, and it's Trust Me who leads from back in second. Follow the Sun, Follow the Band, and alongside him is the stable companion Buster Barnes. So Trust Me, can he get the horses to come back a stride or two? He's a little bit to his head out and wanting to do a bit more than Brewer wants at this moment. Back in second is Follow the Band. Buster Barnes is just slipstreaming these two runners, and they make their way over the top bend here at Boro Park with approximately 1100 to go. It's Trust Me by half a length from back in second. Follow the Band. Buster Barnes, he's just waiting in the wings now as they make mark, and they've got to swing right-hander shortly in the second leg of the Triple Crown. It's Trust Me, Follow the Bands, moved up along, he's just in second gear, just behind them. They swing right-handed here, and Follow the Band now goes up to join Trust Me. Daryl Daniels is just angling out in the open on board the favourite. That's Buster Barnes. Trust Me now comes under a ride. Follow the Band comes under a ride. And Daryl Daniels, he got left up his sleeve as follow. Will Buster Barnes run out the 2,000 metres as he glides up to Follow the Band? It's Buster Barnes from back in second. Follow the Band. But throw the towel in the ring because this is a KO. Daryl Daniels has a look left, has a look in between his legs. He sees what he likes, and the Indigo boy is going to bring home Buster Barnes in a canter. Second will go to Follow the Band. Trust Me faded to nothing over the final 100 meters. He just didn't switch off at all in the 2,000 meter event. Well, it's not easy to call three horses here. As much as people think it is easy, it's a lot harder than a bigger field, and Daryl Daniels, well, he was oozing confidence going through the 300 meter mark. Follow the Band had done all that he could to make a race of it, together with the other horse in the race, Trust Me. But Daryl was completely switched off. Buster Barnes was in second gear, and the son of Erupt will clean up here in the second leg of the Triple Crown. And it'll be interesting to see where they go with him now. Unfortunately, not too sure who'll take him on in the Derby. The Derby over 2,400 meters, a lot further now, and it thins out much more as you go further in racing. Unfortunately, that's just the scenario that plays out in most racing jurisdictions. But today, the day belongs to Buster Barnes for the Central Syndicate. Craig Dankwoods on course, Deborah Swanson, Daryl Daniels, that's his second ride and his second winner this afternoon. He'll come home smoking a pipe. Second will go to Follow the Band. Third will go to Trust Me.
Race 6 on the program was the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000, and over 2,000 meters. Well done to you, Deborah. This horse is proving to be something special, and we're seeing that every time it runs.
Well, thank you. If you look at the form, he's running against horses that are much lower merit rated than him. So he should win like that if the handicapper knows what he's doing. But they gave him a nice run. They gave him a nice lead. It was a tidy little race. This horse is a quality horse. I'm not going to pretend that it's not. He's nice. His pedigree is a little bit. You don't know if he's going to follow to the mom or the dad and stay or not stay, but the way the specimen himself settles and quickens. So I don't think any trip is really going to be a problem for him, especially in these sort of divisions and some. So, but yeah, very, very chuffed for him, very pleased for Centaur. Second leg of the Triple Crown dusted, which is their mandate. They love challenging the Triple Crown with their horses. So well done to Centaur, everybody. Well done to Daryl, who rode him beautifully again. Yeah, and very well done to Millstream, their stud, who bred him. They will be chuffed to have another graded race in the bank. So yeah, well done to everybody. Very, very pleased.
Well done to you, please.
I have to bring a special mention to Kirsty Chambers, who is my physiotherapist. She works very, very hard, puts in extra time that she doesn't need to, and she just really gets these horses feeling good. So he is one of her big club's customers. She makes sure that he feels great all the time. So well done to Kirsty, and thank you very much for all the efforts.
Well done. Stuck to the jock. Well done to you, sir. Nice win, and you made it look easy. Small.
Yeah, he made me look good, this horse, and he makes me look good every time. Big thank you to all the owners involved here. Really appreciate the ride on this horse. It's just such a pleasure to ride him. He's actually maturing now, so I think he's going to get better, and he's going to stay the trip, the 2-4, no problem. Just very, very grateful after missing my flight this morning to be here to ride him, so thank God for that. And then Indigo Supplements, thank you so much. Still 100% behind me, still doing good. We're busy with supplements all over the country and the world now, so big ups to Indigo.
Well done to you. Please stand by for the presentation, and we'll talk to Pos. Pos, well done to you. Nice win.
Thank you, and yeah, thank you to Debbie, to Daryl, and the whole team back at Swanson Racing. You know, we couldn't have asked for a better trainer in Debbie. You know, she prepares the horses so well, and it's really good to have a good number of members here today. Heinrich has made it all the way from overseas today to be with us. It's quite a special win for us, and obviously to get 2 legs of the Triple Crown down, 1 to go, and I could see a bit of confidence in 2-4. I don't think it's a problem.
Well done.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. Those are the winners of the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000, and with horse number 1, Buster Buns. Second went to horse number 2, Follow the Band, and third to the 4, and that's Trust Me. Next up is the Independence Trophy, 1600 meters.
We now have the all-clear result for the Island Farewell Zimbabwe 2000 Grade 3 event. First place went to horse number 1, Buster Barnes. Second to number 2, Follow the Band. And third to number 4, Trust Me. There was one scratching, horse number 3, Ace of Space. Pair of aces, sorry. And it's all clear to play on numbers 1, 2 and 4. One scratching, horse number 3. Race 7, our final event on today's program, is the Independence Trophy, and the horses and runners, horses and riders have made their way into the parade ring for the last time this afternoon. Horse number 1 is Jet Mirage, the mount of Daryl Daniels for Deborah Swanson. Daryl looking to ride his third winner this afternoon. This 5-year-old Chestnut Gelding by Visionaire is looking for his 8th winner. He so far recorded 7 wins from 30 starts. Number 2, Brianna, the mount of Caden Brewer for Gavin McLeod. A winner of 9 of 25 starts. And what a revelation she's been since, well, number 3, Holy Land. Run out the mile in good fashion. Well done to Caden Brewer. Perfect ride. Second will go to Wantage. Third will go to Bugatti Blue. And Holy Land took off to run 4th. Jet Mirage back in 5th. Well, Brianna, she brought some excellent form to the races. Jet Mirage just got the better of her in the Zimbabwe Pitombi. That was early on in the year, and she'll revenge them all. A good ride here by Caden Brewer. Fantastic ride, one would have to say. He got her in the open, and she galloped all the way to the line. And this daughter of legislate's turning out to be a real machine for Gavin McLeod and Robin McLeod. Second will go to Wantage. Third will go to Bugatti Blue on the inside of a fast finishing Holy Land. Got a bit close there, but I'm going to go with Bugatti Blue from Holy Land. And back in last place was Jet Mirage. And that wraps up racing today from Borrowdale Park. We hope you have an enjoyable rest of your Sunday. Well done to Caden Brewer. I think that's a double for Caden on the day. So 2 winners for Caden, 2 winners for Raymond, and 2 winners for Daryl Daniels, and 1 for Pile Sunday, wrapping up racing here at Borrowdale Park.
No, he doesn't. There you had the running of the feature event, the Independence Trophy, 1600 meters, won by horse number 2, Brianna Caden Brewer for Gavin McLeod. Let's talk to Caden. Well done to you, Caden. Nice to get the feature event under the bag and good win.
Yeah, it was a very good one today. Mr. McLeod just said to me, she's a horse that can kind of take a hold, so we just wanted to settle, and with that horse going the pace it went, I opted to sit behind it, and actually gave me quite a nice lead. She relaxed around the bend, and when I pressed the button at the stage, it went on very nicely.
Brilliant. You've had a nice day today?
Yeah, very nice day. It's always nice to come down to Zim. It's a nice outing. It's always fun to come and ride here. It's a lovely course to ride at, lovely place, lovely everything. The environment's just amazing. So yeah, it's nice to be here.
Well done to you.
Thank you.
You had the winner of the Independence Trophy. You want to say what?
Did you watch the video?
What happened in the video?
What more do you want me to say? Did you watch the video? Good horses make jockeys look champions, man.
Well done to you. So those are the winners of the Independence Trophy. You can receive your trophy for the 2, Brianna. Second has gone to horse number 5. And that's One Tage. Third to the 4, Bugatti Blue. And fourth to horse number 3, Holy Land.